Doing an update on the cabinets. I just finished the left-hand side. It's ready for drawers and cabinet doors. The refrigerator goes right here, slides right in, and bolts to the walls, and also sits on these two tracks. So it should be well supported and strong. Glued in, everything's glued together. It's a 3/4 inch cabinet ply laminated together. It's pretty light. This one weighs just under 50 pounds, and the other side's probably about 35 or 40 as it sits, but it's much more rigid and stronger than 2x2s unless you have access to hardwood. All the drawer tracks are glued in, as well as some pocket holes on the back. Set up for two 7-inch drawers and an 8.5 at the bottom, and then an 8-inch by 20 or so on the back. And then this cabinet door will have access to whatever you want to wedge in the wheel well area. Everything's kind of open. I've got a 3-inch toe kick, relief for you to stand closer to the counters. 1/4 inch ply, kind of sheathing the front of that. These, so far, they're bolted in. I've done riv nuts, 5 on this side, into the van's body. So they're pretty strong along there. We'll pick up a body bolt right down here. It's a big 5/16 size, and then another right there, and then it'll be bolted to the propane locker area over here with a through bolt. I'll probably do some pocket holes down into the van's floor just for some added strength. If, in the event of an accident, I don't know that anything's going to prevent these from coming forward, and that goes for any Class B camper. But I'm going to do the best we can. I'm thinking I might use a tie-down strap when we're underway that holds the bed in the up position and in place, as well as loops through the cabinets and goes back and attaches to the frame. That would give us some serious strength in the event of a catastrophic frontal collision. It's, like I said, I don't know that anything would prevent you from being crushed with all this stuff back here. These will be all shaker style drawer fronts and door fronts. The sink will be right here. It's going to be a 15 by 17 with a big faucet. Got a 3-burner Furrion stovetop that runs off the propane. And the propane will probably be 1-pound bottles most of the time, unless we're on a long trip, in which case I have a 10-pound bottle. The 1-pound bottle will mitigate the amount of propane on board when it's not necessary. A 3-burner propane stove is about 25 inches. It'll cover the top of that cabinet. Has about 1 inch clearance between it and the top of the refrigerator, which is what the manufacturer recommended for an air gap. I've got ball bearing 18-inch soft close drawer slides. They will be 20-inch drawers. I didn't want complete full extension because I just didn't see any necessity for it, for the added weight and just less center aisle. As it stands, we've got 25 or 6 inches here for the center aisle area, which should be ample for passing one another while we're cooking or whatnot. Front of the bed will have a big panel. I haven't decided what kind of wood I'm going to use yet, but it'll be an 8-inch panel to hold the mattress in place with a relief cut for hopping into the bed, and then that'll cover this area. Counters will be 1.5-inch, probably Hevea butcher block, and it'll kind of go all the way into that relief. I'm hoping I can get a nice clean transition. Then the walls will all be tongue and groove, just like the ceiling, only they won't be stained. They'll be painted a darker shade. Cabinets will be an off-white mineral paint, fusion mineral paint, and walls will be a darker shade. Ceiling will be a darker stain, which will match the Hevea butcher block countertops. That's about it for cabinets. I plan to put a small shelf right here and then another on the front side there, just number one to break up the solid boring look of just a solid panel, and number two, it's useful space for small items, you know, suntan lotion, rags, who knows what. Just anywhere we can tuck something in a van with this little space will be helpful. And then on the wall, in the tongue and groove, I plan to build a spice rack that'll hold the screwed-in glass spice jars above the stove. So that'll be nice. But that's about it. I'll follow along on the build. I'm starting on drawers. I bought a dovetail jig for this project. I've always wanted to make dovetail drawers, and I've never done it, so this will be my first shot at it.